Who are the top 3 players you need to have on your investment team? That's what we're discussing. Hey, I'm Tim Diesel. I'm a commercial real estate consultant. This channel is designed to give you tips and strategies in your investing business. If you're a broker, this will definitely help your clients. So who do you need to have on your team in order to keep it running like a well-oiled machine? Who are the prime candidates you should be looking for? Let's talk about that a little bit. So let's suppose in this example, you're looking to invest in a market and it's not in your backyard, all right? Let's say you're gonna go out of state and you're gonna get into the multifamily investing space. And you live in Los Angeles and you wanna invest in Kentucky or wherever it is. So there's really a large team you can develop, right? Eventually, if you've been doing this long enough, you're going to design the perfect outfit that's going to help you put everything together. But let's start small here. Let's start with your top 3. Now, if you start with these 3, the rest will just fall into place, I promise you. The first thing you need to have is a commercial real estate broker. The second thing you need to have is a commercial mortgage broker. And the third thing you need to have is a property manager. Now, let me explain that a little bit. So you need to have a good quality commercial broker in the area you're looking for. Now, this is so important, and I know a lot of people, I get it all the time, they don't want to sign exclusives because they don't want to be stuck to a certain person. You know what? That's fine. Just give them a chance to bring you some quality deals. If you notice in a couple of months these aren't the right people for you, don't do it. But getting past that, you need someone who has a good grasp on the marketplace. Someone who's got not only a good lay of the land, but someone who's going to be able to tell you, hey, these are the right tenants in this market. This is what we can do to this property. This is just kind of give you a little bit of just about everything. They don't need to be a CCIM wizard. You just have to be able to trust them and you like what they're doing and the opportunities that they bring to you, right? It's good relationship business. Now, if they bring you a fantastic opportunity and you can't fund it because you don't have the right connections in lending, well, that's not very good, because many times commercial brokers looking for property, they may not have a wide network of lenders. Sometimes they do. If they've been doing this long enough, they have a few go-tos. Maybe the market changes a little bit for them and their go-to multifamily lenders don't do multifamily anymore, right? It's oversaturated in their area. The bank doesn't want anymore. They don't have an appetite for it. Whatever the case is, it's not really in their wheelhouse. So you need to have a relationship with a good quality commercial lender. Now here's the issue with a commercial lender. They really can't give you a pre-approval, right? They can kind of tell you, okay, this is what we can do for this property. This is what we can do for this situation. Now, it's never gonna be a real evaluation, kind of a term sheet, until you give them a contract, until you're ready to move, all right? So keep that in mind. But it's very important to have someone to tell you, hey, look, these are the programs that this is going to qualify for, this is what's going to work, and this is what's not going to happen, whatever that case is. The third piece is the property manager. If you're buying out of state, you're likely not going to manage it yourself. You need to have somebody who's going to manage the property. You got to have a real good property manager. Now, just because you find a great deal, you get great financing. If you don't manage it right, the whole thing's down. But if the reverse effect, if you overpay for something and you have a tough time getting financing and you manage it perfectly, you might be okay. Because if you overpay a lot of times, you just can't sell right away, but you can still cash flow and you can still move some things around. A property manager, I talk about this so much, is invaluable. You gotta have that resource. You gotta have someone who's gonna take care of the tenants, make sure you're cash flowing, the property's in tip-top condition. That's mandatory. Make sure you get a good quality property manager. Now, as you get deeper into this business and you start building more and more relationships, what you'll find happening a lot of times is the people that have been in this for a while, they will help you. They want to give you their resources. They want to tell you, hey, this is who I used. This gentleman got me a fantastic interest rate, or this gal is the best property manager to use here. So you won't get that until you've been doing this long enough. It's going to be very difficult for you to just call them on a whim and say, hey, I want to buy something, can you help me? Whereas the conversation is, hey, listen, I've owned this property for a couple of years, I'm having a problem with management. Who do you use in your area? Who is good? And they will be very, very helpful. Whatever case you need, or if you find out that's the broker that's finding something for you, that's who you're going to recommend, and vice versa. Now, let's say you're looking for property in your backyard, all right? So let's say you have, I don't know, you live in Nebraska, and you don't want to go outside of Nebraska. You know there's other markets that are better, but you're going to stay here because this is where it is for you, so that's fine. You still need these pieces, unless if maybe you are a commercial lender or a commercial broker, or whatever the case is, maybe you can cut that out. If you work for a management company, you're gonna self-manage, okay, that's fantastic. But you have to think in terms of scale. Sooner or later, eventually, you don't wanna be the guy doing everything. That's not the goal of this. Maybe to get off the ground, but you gotta have these star players. And these star players, I'm also gonna tell you how to find them. All right, so the first thing you want to do, obviously, is a very simple Google search. Everyone's going to tell you what you want to do is you want to go on LoopNet and you want to see the guys who are listing the properties. Absolutely not. That is the worst thing you could do. And I'll tell you why. Somebody gets a listing, it doesn't make them very good. The big brokers always get the big listings. Try calling them. It's going to be very hard for you to get a return phone call. That doesn't mean anything to me. No, you need to talk to these people. If you call a broker and they don't call you back, that is not your guy. I don't care how good he is. You don't want that person. You want someone who's calling you back, because I guarantee you when he's listing your property, he's not calling your customers back. So be very, very careful. You got to be able to get a good relationship. Wherever you are, Google real estate brokers in your area, commercial, commercial realtors in Nebraska, and you're going to see a few of them. Now, if you're working with generalists because there's not too many options or too many properties in your area, that's fine too. It doesn't mean they're bad or they're good. Work with people you like, who have good relationships and who are sending you quality deals. That's how you're going to find somebody who you like. Now, commercial brokers, same thing. You want small regional banks. I'm sure they have a lender that they use. Talk to a few of them. Set up appointments, right? See what's happening. Property managers are real easy. Look for the type of property you want and call, hey, who's managing your property? And if you find one person's managing 15 different buildings, then obviously they're pretty good, or they own the whole town, or something like that. Start with there. Ask about their process. Hey, how do you guys do this? How do you guys do that? What do you charge? Can you help me if I need repairs done? If I need a new roof? If I need windows? Figure out what their process is. And ideally, they're all going to be working together. So eventually, you really want them to have a good symbiotic relationship. And then as you grow your portfolio, you may not want to stay in this one town. You just duplicate this method somewhere else. Very, very simple. Start with your commercial broker, because he's going to be sending you the deals. At the same time, get a lender in there that can help you. Pivot, get a property manager. Get the property manager involved as early as possible. You really want them to know, you really want them to get a good handle on the property. Unless you're going to be the one doing it, then it's going to run a little bit different. Question I also get many, many times, what happens if I don't like someone? Very simple. Find someone you do like. There's thousands of everything out there. There is more lenders than you can possibly deal with. There's so many realtors. There's so many people getting their real estate license every day. Property managers, oh my goodness, they're all over the place. Do not feel that one person controls the market. It's a monopoly. Absolutely not. The only thing that's monopolized in America is probably like, cable TV or something weird. There is so many different options out there. make sure you do your research, make sure you talk to them, have a couple conversations, meet with them. If they're too busy to meet with you or talk to you, they're probably not your guy. But be very selective because you're looking to grow a large portfolio long term. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, leave me comments, ask me questions. If there's anything else I can help you with, please let me know. Thank you so much.